all, I am so excited to share with you the new experience of our platform that touches our playground as well as lets you explore every single API capability within the platform itself using your own credentials as well as the usage, the free minutes that we provide every month. So go in there, try to play around and geek out by how Conversation Intelligence APIs lets you truly understand conversations. So while I'm here, I'm going to give you guys a little tour because I think it's interesting and also exciting at the same time. So this is our homepage, completely revamped, and you see authentication, your current balance. You can also go and upgrade here if you want to consume more minutes beyond the free usage that we provide. Obviously, there's a Slack community, an API Explorer, which we'll just go in shortly. By the way, on our Slack community, we have all our engineers and product teams. So there's a direct communication that you can do, share your feedback, ask questions, understand use cases, like so much more. And then we have a bunch of experience features, like all the features that we have, you can experience them on how it really works. And it goes right here, which we are going to talk about in a bit. So back here now, there are three ways in which you can ingest conversation within Symbl itself, and you'll already know about it, but just recapping. You can send in streaming data directly to the platform, which means just stream audio, video over a WebSocket. We provide a Web SDK, other SDKs that we have, as well as a streaming API that you can use as an endpoint. You can also process conversations asynchronously. So if you have all bunch of recordings, audio, video, lying around on your S3 bucket or data stores, or even just URLs that you would want to publicly accessible, you can upload using our async conversation API. By the way, if you're already using a transcription vendor, you can also send us the transcript of the audio or the video recording using this API, the text version of this API. So you can use Symbl irrespective of whether you're using a transcription vendor or you're not. And then for those who are working with SIP and telephony infrastructures, Symbl also provides a telephony SDK, which helps you directly dial into a SIP interface or a phone number directly. So we'll go over the streaming conversation endpoint first. So this is kind of the same experience that you will find in all three endpoints. You can use the microphone here. There's a sample audio clip in case you do not want to use the microphone. You can just play this and see what comes out. There's a visual view that lets you show how you can actually visualize all the insights together, such that the summary is generated here, topics of discussion come here, the transcription along with sentiments is kind of played out here, as well as the insights, which includes like action items, follow-ups, questions. Obviously, you will see all the speakers, durations, other analytics at the top. If you want to start speaking, you don't know what to speak, you can pull out a sales conversation here on the right-hand side, and that'll help you kind of test it around. I'm not going to go in detail about speaking right now because I feel that I'll let you all do that for yourself. And then probably we can have another video where I'll talk about it. There's also a code view here. So if you already know what to build and what use case you're solving, you can just pick up the code sample from here, the request for your WebSocket integration, and then try a couple of responses to get summarization or analytics. And you can like swap different languages right here itself. Now, you can also directly go to the API reference. You can also view our SDKs here. We're shortly launching a shareable link capability by which you will be able to generate this experience for your selected conversation data and then share it with a link with your other team members or even users if you're building something to get some feedback. So going back, you can do the same thing with async. Upload your own file or use a sample audio file or text file. You'll be able to say the same thing right here. And the same experience can be done with the telephony SDK also. This is pretty cool because you enter your number, get a call, start talking, and then you'll start seeing all the insights. I love this part of the demo because it's like highly interactive and you get to dial on your own device. So yeah, definitely give it a try. Now let's go on to the API Explorer. Here you can go selectively for each of the capabilities and actually try out how it works in action. So let's go towards, let's say, summarization, because that's kind of like one of my favorites. Not biased to my own platform, but it is one of my favorites. Here you can see that once you process the conversation using any one of those ingestion mechanism, you can then get the conversation summary using this endpoint. And then, you can continue to run request here. And then as you run requests, you should be able to use any of the samples in order to get this information. You can upload your own file. You can provide a URL of the file. You can use any of the existing files based on the conversations that I just processed. It actually retains it, which is pretty cool. And then you can also use any of the samples here. And then based on this, you can continue. So I'm just going to use an existing sample and I'll run a request here for you to see here. Yep. And that's it. We got a conversation ID right here. And then you know that in Symbl, you got to have a conversation ID to do anything, literally. You got to process a conversation, you should get a conversation ID. You want to extract intelligence, which is already generated, you got to have a conversation ID. You just have to have a conversation ID for everything. Yeah. And then once the processing is complete, that's what it shows, the status, which is completed, we can go and actually fetch the summary directly. And you can listen to that call center recording. I just didn't play here because we are doing a quick video, but this is the summarization that is generated. And it mentions speaker 1 and speaker 2, but if you're actually attaching the real names, like it'll actually inject real names. And this is the code view. This is how the summary looks in visually. And you can do the same with every single one of these. Go ahead, upload your own conversation or use existing, try to play around, try to see what comes out of it. I'd love to hear your feedback and see how we can improve this experience more for you. Of course, we didn't go into trackers yet because that's like one of the things that you can do here. Add specific things that you want to search from in the conversation. Note that it doesn't have to be all the ways in which people speak. With Symbl, we bring this unique experience to our developers where you can give a couple of sentences, keywords, or phrases, and our system generalizes it in meaning to really understand what is semantically similar to what you just configured, so that you don't have to go around and create 200 different ways in which people get excited or say, wow, or, talk about small talk. We do that and enable you to just configure a few and then extract everything. So that's trackers. And, we'll talk more about everything which is coming with trackers probably in the next video. But really excited to launch the new experience and give it a try. And sign up on Symbl in case you haven't yet. I'm excited to see what you can build. Thank you.